Good evening and welcome everyone to tonight's official coverage of Hardcore Online Gaming's 2024 Ta2 V8Rumble series, proudly brought to you by the good people at Nautech and of course ourselves, MATCHFIT Entertainment. Welcome aboard everybody. As usual, it's myself, Davo, on the mic, and my good friend and wingman, J-Man. How are you doing, my friend?
Mate, I'm great. Welcome aboard, viewers. Up for a pretty good spectacle here tonight. I think one of the tracks on the calendar, David, that I've been looking forward to down in the deep south is Highlands Motorsport Park out of Cromwell. So, 4.1 kilometres and 22 turns of absolute international racetrack. And mate, you know, we saw the week before the likes of Manfield, and that was absolutely entertaining. So was Morgan Park. Mate, this is going to be an absolute ripper. A lot higher speed circuit here. We're going to see a lot more high-speed movement out of these NASCAR-ish cars going out there. So,
oh yes, definitely plenty of corners and a little bit of elevation change, some camber. Look, there's so much going on at Highlands, J-Man. So yeah, expect to see some action tonight as the boys roll out for qualifying.
Yeah, first flying laps just coming underway. Leading car out on track is the 707 Tinnis Venta car. That is our Nautech car out there, and very quickly shadowed by Stu Aerosmith, who did just pop the top of the charts at the back end of that official practice session before we commence this broadcast. So not by a lot. So these guys are going to trade, and I think this is going to be a battle for the pole. If I'm calling it early, between Stu Aerosmith, Tinnis Venta and Paul Field, because we know provisionally those guys are quick. However, the likes of Voda and Pete Dawson could upset that party as well. So,
oh, definitely, J-Man, 100%. Look, and Stu Aerosmith, you just mentioned, championship leader at the moment. After a couple of rounds, this is round 3. We are at Highlands, like J-Man has mentioned, halfway through the series after the end of tonight here. We've got a field of 13, maybe 14, actually, as OR Chris just enters the server. J-Man, 1.
Yeah.
Now, he is second in the championship, and I was just going to say,
30 points off the top spot.
If he didn't turn up, Stu Aerosmith was going to get a little bit of a chunk and a little bit of a runaway on this championship. But OR Chris just entering the server now, just in time for qualifying, J-Man, or maybe not. We know how quick this guy is.
Yeah, very quick. Now, I'm just going to ask you, Davo, did you get a chance to look at the lap stats at Highlands Motorsport during the week?
I did.
And okay, so
late today, so I got a little bit of info from today.
So had OR Chris managed to?
No.
Has he done any laps on? No. Okay. Not to say he hasn't done any, he just hasn't done any on the official server.
That's right.
So that'll be an interesting one. We've seen how dominant he is. So, yeah, I mean, Stewie Aerosmith, you know, you and I get to broadcast at multiple places at multiple different times at the moment.
Yep.
This guy, we commented on Thursday night at ASRNZ's Race of Champions, just how much of a peachy patchy was in at the moment as far as the sim racing was going.
Most definitely, J-Man, definitely in a sweet spot in his form, let's say. So, just getting pipped there, actually, I just see Pete on our data there by Pete Dawson. Now, Dawson has been lightning fast in the Dodge over the first 2 rounds and had some terrible luck, J-Man. Really has been beaten up a little bit, particularly in round 1, but a little bit at Morgan Park in Australia there last weekend as well. So Field. Look, now that...
First guy back into the 31s. We saw
Now,
these guys bank in the 31s.
We did talk about the lap stats as we just see, I think that's Dawson around, but we're talking about lap stats. When the last time I looked, Paul Field was sitting on the top of the list. So, although we didn't see him in pre-race practice tonight,
he's a busy boy.
Camera, mate, he's come out there, bam, straight away, puts the purple people leader on provisional pole, J-Man. But he's got, look, plenty of company there that can just take that away from him. Pete Dawson, Stu Arrowsmith as well, Botta also up to speed in the cars. Vaughan Mart looking quick, and Tinnis Venter as well.
Hasn't banked a lap yet, mate. He was going at it, but him and Stu Arrowsmith came across what I believe is, now you're going to hear me quote this several times because there's multiple chicanes. Now turns 2, 3, 4, 5 is basically a double chicane at the start of the lap. Now the one that they are getting caught out with their lap being invalidated, what I believe is just the way that they're attacking turn 15, 16. Okay, so that's after they come down through 13, 14, which is a big left-hand hairpin. They've got a big long straight that heads up to 15, 16, and then they rise over the bridge, and you'll see this tonight. Now, the way that they're attacking that 15, 16 is they can take a lot of curb on the 15 part of it, which is the left-hand entry, but if they hit it too fast, they run across the grass in between 15 and 16, and it just compromises the lap, and I believe that's possibly what's happened. However, Venter has actually banked one as we speak. He has gone and put it provisionally in second position on the front row. We have got Kenny Simpson back in the grid. We hope that he's sorted out his little technical gremlins, and we do see
couple of techie gremlins.
The 68 car out on track would be wonderful.
Yeah, for the 68 Mustang there,
J-Man. Industries, yep.
So, yeah, working on that. The team has been busy over the last couple of hours. We know that as we talk to the boys, obviously pre-stream, those guys busy trying to get that stuff sorted out. So
Dawson to the front row now. Pips Tinnis for P2
now, I noticed Paul Field, since he has hit that lap time, J-Man, he's parked it. He has not even looked like he's going to come back out. So we do have eyes on Arrowsmith at the moment. But, like I said, he's got plenty of guys right behind him there that will want to take that top spot away from him. And Chris still
20.
Now out on track. I just wondered whether he was going to bother to qualify, J-Man. There's only a minute and a half or so to go here. Arrowsmith around, pops himself into 4th position, J-Man, so gets a banker in. But look, I think I would suspect he'll push hard on this lap here just to see whether he can better that. He's got the second row at the moment. Chris is coming. Now he will be well aware of where Chris is, J-Man.
Look, I'm watching the attitude. I'm watching the attitude of Chris's car, and I can tell you just the way he's attacking this lap. He's certainly no stranger to the place. I think he mentioned in the broadcast at the podium interview the other week that no, he hadn't really done it. But looking at the way he just tipped that into turn 14, the hairpin, he absolutely aced the brakes and the hairpin and the exit. He used all the concrete apron on the exit, fires it down through 15, 16, over the hill. Drops down into 17.
Spectacular bit of the circuit there, J-Man. You can see
little rise over the hill. Drops down into 19. Now it's all about squaring the car up here. There's a lot of lateral load on low acceleration or high acceleration because you're coming out of there.
And very, very sideways into the wall. That will compromise his run there, J-Man. Has he got time for another one?
No, he won't. He won't have time, mate. And that was basically a non-registered time. It didn't allow it. But I tell you what, starting from the back of this pack, looking at what I saw, if he had got that final 2 turns right, I think he would have been somewhere in the mix. So expect to see him come back through. Paul Field, like you mentioned, he pitted it early. Pete Dawson pretty comfortable with it.
Yep. Yep.
Tennis Venter, what's he got? He's about to cross the line.
So Venter...
Did he get across the line in time? I think he did.
Okay.
No,
Also good to see the Hainsworth boys back. Tim and Chris Hainsworth. Chris in pre-race professional pole just smashes it out.
And yeah, so basically, yeah, we're good. As you can see there, as aforementioned, after 2 rounds of racing here in the hardcore Ta2 V8 Rumble series that is proudly brought to you by Nautech and MATCHFIT Entertainment, we do have Stewie Arrowsmith at the top on 530 points over Chris, who is on 500 points, so 30 points the difference between first and second at the moment. And then we get back to Paul Field, who you've just seen qualify it on the front row there in 414 points in third, followed by Tennis Venter, who did qualify P3 here tonight. So there's some big hitters in the championship up there outside of, obviously with the exception of Chris not getting a lap in there.
Yep.
Cool Spring's done a great job in the series so far, P5.
Yep, and qualified in 7th as well for Coyle as well. So he's back up in that bottom end of the front pack there, J-Man.
And Pete Dawson qualifies P2. He's currently sitting P6 in that series, as you can see. So expect a strong performance out of him. His luck has to start getting better as far as consistency over the 3-race format here tonight.
Well, you'd expect so. And look, J-Man starting on the front row with Paul Field after qualifying in second position. So, yeah, look, he might just stay out of trouble a little bit.
Yeah, another 8 points further back in the series, P7 is Voda Boda, and he is 308 points in. And then we do drop back there. Les Wilson, Mr. Consistent so far in the series, turned up, finished every race bar the first one at Hampton Downs, where he had an engine failure, race 1.
Yes.
So, yeah, outside of that, he's been pretty consistent and been amongst some pretty good battles. And then we dropped to Mitchie Campbell. No Mitchie Campbell tonight, which is a shame. So Chris Hainsworth, one of the newcomers, holds in that 10th position over Vaughan Martin. No Phil Davison, still got PC issues. Kenny Simpson looked like he did make it to the grid, currently P13. No Soup tonight. GB's here though, so that'll be great for GB. He'll jump a couple of spots there over Phil Davison and Dupler. Timmy Hainsworth, he's coming to terms with these cars, so he baptism of fire last week.
And Max back as well.
Maxie back,
and Nev
after
Shields. Miss last week. Shieldsy back as well.
And then, absent Mr. Andrew Turner. It would be great to see Andrew back on the grid and pedaling one of those Nautech cars.
For
but
sure.
However, I'm sure he'll be tuning in, so if you're watching, Andrew, appreciate you, mate. Enjoy the racing.
Yes, definitely, guys. Look, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons while you're there. Definitely the like buttons. Give us a thumbs up, guys. This broadcast obviously brought to you by MATCHFIT Entertainment, but the Hardcore Online Gaming Ta2 V8 Rumble Series brought to you by MATCHFIT and Nautech, J-Man. Nautech build a beautiful motion sim, if you do not know. Fantastic bit of kit here. As you can see on our little sponsor screen there at the moment, J-Man, full motion kit. There's a fully set up one with all the right gear, with curved screens, mate, as well. But look, really a super bit of kit. There's no mucking around when it comes to race sims with Nautech and obviously hardcore. And these two larrikins here, J-Man and Davo, bringing all this goodness to you guys. The guys are in warm-up at the moment. Few more minutes to go.
I just see the both the Nautech cars out there at the moment, actually, just out there getting some last-minute sort of things sorted out, and also the OR Chris car is out there as well. Had actually just banked a 32.0, so remembering that Fieldsy qualified in pole on a 31.5. Well, look, the first flying lap that we have seen that 69 car of Chris bank was a 32.0. I believe the deltas are up at the moment as we see him come down. He's really got that turn 14 worked out, which is a left-hand hairpin in the mid phase of the track, a very important corner to get right. And what I do believe is probably going to be a passing opportunity tonight. So,
Oh, definitely.
I shall just step away for a minute or so while we let this warm-up wind down and just organise some paperwork, and then I shall be right back, David.
As the boys have, probably 3 odd minutes to go in pre-race warm-up here after qualifying. Chris out doing, well, he was until just then. He's rolled that 69 Pennzoil car back into the pits now. One to watch. Obviously, Dawson and I think it was Mr. Where did he go? Paul Field. Front row of the grid. So good luck for, obviously, hopefully, Pete Dawson getting a little bit better luck this week. Been beaten up a little bit the last couple of rounds. Really showed some good, solid pace in both rounds, particularly at Morgan Park last week, as we just see. I think that's young Tim Hainsworth just going for a run through the chicane. Brother Chris in the sister car, the 07 XRL car.
Yeah, a couple of well-presented cars there, Davo. They do look very NASCAR-y. So, do like to see that.
So, yeah, look, it looks like they're the only boys really out on top. We've got the 2 pairings of Tinnis Venter and Voda Bother, and Chris and Tim Hainsworth, J-Man, just getting those final couple of laps in before the first of 3 races tonight. We've got a couple of quick fire 15-minute races. J-Man, no compulsory pit stops, rolling start, and then up for the 25-minute main, just to finish things off at the end of the night. The 25-minute main always delivers, J-Man.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the 215s at the start are pretty entertaining as well, because I think that as we embarking on this 3rd round of the series, we're starting to see that the drivers are realising there's no time to wait. The importance of getting it done fast in those 215s. You just all the races we've broadcast in the series so far, you and I have both commented at the back end about we look down and there's 3 minutes to go.
Oh, so quick. So quick, yeah. They just smashed through them. We're only, like you said, we're only just catching our breath, and then we look down. It's 3 odd minutes to go, and it's a run to the finish line. So very much sprint racing here, and these things are a beast, J-Man. So like these boys. Really got to stay focused. You've really got to get on top of these things and muscle them hard. Like they do deal with a little bit of paint exchange, and really to get things done, sometimes that's what it takes. Look, I think here with 22 corners, J-Man, there's going to be a little bit of paint exchange tonight. I'm just saying it right now.
Yep, yeah, and to back up what I thought with OR Chris, he did bank a 31.512. Now, that time would have been fast enough for pole by the smallest of margins.
There you go. So close at the top, ladies and gentlemen. You are joining us here again this week, this Saturday night. It's such a good time for streaming for Hardcore Online Gaming's 2024 Ta2 V8 Rumble series, brought to you by the good people at Nautech, building amazing motion sims. And like I mentioned before, these 2 monkeys in the comms box, MATCHFIT Entertainment. Give us a like and subscribe, guys. Hit your notifications so you don't miss out. There's plenty going on this year. We will talk about that throughout the night. But the boys rolling out now for behind the V8 Rumble safety car, J-Man. Paul Field tucked right up behind it. He's keen. He knows he's got that thing tuned up. He had it tuned up at Morgan Park. Got tangled up a couple of times. Really didn't get to show. We did interview him once, I think, or maybe twice over the night. But yeah, look, he is keen as. That is Pete Dawson. Also on the second row, Tina Spenter, Aerosmith. Fourth position, Rhoda Jeff Barner. Mate, third row, awesome work. We got Coyle, Nev Shields, Vaughan Martin. Nev Shields, Vaughan Martin, good mates. They race hard, J-Man.
Yeah, it's going to be a great little battle going on. And then
Hainsworth, the Chris variety. We got Les Wilson, Max Cat, Hainsworth, the Tim variety. And then OR Chris down in 14th. Watch that space. Kenny Simpson still in the pits, choosing not to run in the rolling start. Lights are out on the safety car, but yeah, still some time to go through these laps here, J-Man. A lot of these boys from ACC, we know that. This is definitely a full collision formation lap. These guys really got to keep their stuff together here. Good field as well, J-Man. What have we got? 15 cars on track again. We know. And look, after last week,
Kenny was out there, we'd have 15, but he's actually sitting in pit lane, so opting for a pit lane start here.
Yeah.
From what I can gather.
And we know, like, after watching Morgan Park last week, we only need 5, because damn, that was some serious racing. Through race 1 and 2. So, epic stuff. I can't see it being any different here. Very technical circuit, J-Man, for these TATs.
Yeah, I think key points, like I mentioned, will be, I guess, the way that they get through turn 6, the sweeping parabolic right-hander at the start of the lap, and also the braking ability and being able to make that turn 14 hairpin. I'll leave the start procedure up to you. They are coming around. The safety car has peeled off. And they're into it.
There we go. We've got green and fields around immediately. We do have a melee of cars on the infield there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, look, it was an absolute shocker of a start.
Max Cat out in third position. I think that might have been OR Chris just backing off behind. I would say we're going to have a full course safety here, J-Man, I would suspect.
It's already gone yellow, mate. It's already gone yellow. We've got Nev Shields leading the field. Now, so irrespective...
but look, that is pretty well the top 5, I think, out, isn't it? Just in that first opening lap incident there.
Yeah, quite. Well, yeah, definitely. But I'll tell you what the worrying part for everybody else in the field is that already OR Chris
is in 4th.
Well, he managed to avoid all of that, and he ended up in 4th position. So, look, there'll be some red mist from the likes of Paul Field. He'll be wondering what the hell was going on at the start of that one. We know that it involved the front bumper of the Nautech 707 car. These things do happen.
These things do happen.
The guys will hug and make up and carry on.
Oh, look, no doubt, J-Man, as these guys are under full course yellow at the moment, so they'll just roll around at I think it is about 80 kilometres an hour or so. These guys are running out. Aerosmith and Dawson also relatively unscathed. Yes, bring someone in if you like, J-Man.
No. So what I wanted to bring up was the person that benefited from this absolutely the most was the Steel Industries car of Kenny Simpson, who was now on the back of the pack.
He started the pit. Yes.
Pit lane start, mate. So basically that effectively was going to put him a long way back, and he is on the back of the pack. So look for a race start here. It'll be up to Stu Aerosmith, who is the leading car. I thought it was Nev Shields, but apparently it was Stu Aerosmith, though. This is your championship leader, and he's out there just literally... Oh, he's parked the car. He's stopped.
Okay, so what's going on there?
He was readdressing the positions.
Oh, hang on. Here we go. Something's going on here.
What is going on here?
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, so I suspect, what have they done there,
sure
J-Man?
Not sure what's going on there. Sorry, viewers. We'll cut to a little techie break. We'll just cut to a little techie break, and we'll let you know what's going on. If we can just go to an intermission there, Davo, and we'll be right back.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Looks like there might have been actually some technical issues there, J-Man, which may have caused that little bit of an incident we just saw there after the safety car, the V8Rumble safety car, ducked into the pits there and caused a bit of a pile up there. So it looks like race director may have done, well, clearly they've done a restart of the formation lap. These boys will start again. So it is business as usual. Take two with Paul Field, Pete Dawson on the front row, Venter and Aerosmith, row 2, Vodabotter, Jeff Barner, row 3, Coyle and Shields, row 4, Martin and Chris Hainsworth rounding out the top 10. J-Man.
Right,
Let's see.
Take two.
We'd
We'd expect a whole lot better stuff going on out there at the start of this one,
Well,
especially out of turn 19.
We would hope so.
Because they were probably caught napping a little unaware about how quickly that green flag comes out, and maybe some were more expecting it than others, because I thought Fieldsy didn't get away to a very, very good start off of the
well, I think it caught me. Look, I'm calling the start of the race, and it actually caught me a little bit off guard as well, J-Man. So I suspect it caught a couple of the drivers off guard. But here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, for Hardcore Online Gaming's 2024 Ta2 Rumble Series at Highlands Motorsport Park for round 3. Proudly brought to you by Nautech and MATCHFIT Entertainment as usual.
Get
the
ready to
boys
go.
Rounding that final corner again. Fields and the lead, no mucking around this time, and he's off. And we have got a good clean start. Dawson, we've got Aerosmith with Venter down the inside. Immediately.
Boy, on the attack.
Oh, and on the back there, who's the off? Don't tell me that was Dawson. No, Dawson.
No, Dawson's
still in second position.
I've got a feeling it could have been Coyle.
It could have been Coyle, one of the red Dodgers. Yep. So good, clean start. Other than that, Fields with a bit of dust there.
Yeah, a little bit messy into the 15-16 chicane there.
Dawson tucked on him, but look at Aerosmith showing intent immediately, J-Man.
Yeah, he's... Tennis picks up way too much curb, spits him off to the infield.
Oh, it is on. It is on. Aerosmith out of the back of Aerosmith's car. You can see now Venter back. Rightly so, just picking that throttle up a little bit too early.
Yeah, so GB with a good start to this race. He's still tucked right up there, P4 at the moment. Got a little bit of reprieve with obviously the likes of Tinnis Venter, who has slipped right back, still slipping back. He's now under the clutches of OR.
Chris.
No, he's not. Yeah, OR Chris now. OR Chris has already moved himself up into 10th position. So, the battle.
So a lot cleaner start there, J-Man, after a little bit of a technical glitch in the start for race 1. But here we are now, Barner on screen, doing a stellar job. Voda looking for the inside immediately, takes advantage of that and down into this little chicane here. Bus stop. Reminds me,
that's so fast through there.
That series of corners there, the chicane, or should I say the bus stop, and this right-hander, reminds me a lot of Watkins Glen. And then
Stewie
down
Aerosmith,
into this left.
right up under the bumper of Pete Dawson now. So Stewie looking racy. He knows he's got to try and check out here before Chris gets too close. These are only 15-minute races.
Yeah, so not only Chris checking out, but also he want to just get on top of Fields here as well. But that's not his battle, like you're saying, J-Man. He will be, monitoring those times. Back to Chris.
Look,
back
down
a few
here,
positions still, though, Chris, J-Man.
Yeah, he is still back a few positions. Actually tucked up behind Tennis. And, we've got a car off in the dirt there. Who is that? That could have been the Nev Shields car off at the turn 14 hairpin, and he's just gassed it up trying to get it back onto the track. Dave Oak just kept it off the wall. He's going to have to hook reverse. Oh, I tell you what, unforced error there. I don't believe there's any contact. There was Les Wilson was close by, but I don't think there was anything untoward there. Fields is doing a great job managing this lead at the moment.
Absolutely. Shields back down to the bottom of the list there, J-Man, to the back of the pack. Fields away, like in another postcode already.
Vaughan Martin very heavy into the turn 22 pit wall, mate.
So, we're going to see that a little bit tonight. Dawson in tow, trying to stay focused with Aerosmith peppering at the back of that Dodge, J-Man, the 77 Dodge. Voda. Really?
Race, mate.
Well, look, we've seen him just sort of got a little bit quicker each round. And definitely, I know, we've been watching him, his comments online throughout the week, and definitely doing some practice and getting up to speed. Jeff Barner smashing it out with Vaughan Martin now chasing him down.
Yeah, and Chris managed to get through that last lap on Tinnis Venter as well. So Chris up to P7 now.
So we're nearly 5 minutes in. Barner and Vaughan Martin do have a bit of air gap on him. Martin with Jeff off-road.
Yeah, just got a little bit sideways off of that turn 14 hairpin.
Martin nearly wicked it up, just saw the opportunity, got on the gas, nearly turned it himself as they roll over the bridge into this left-hander. Very tricky, complex little series of corners here. They drop down into this right-hander. J-Man and out on to the start-finish straight. 21 and 22.
You can see the cars coming out of 1920 there, that they're just wiggling, just trying to get that power down. Now, Pete Dawson with the fastest lap of the race now at a 31.6. So Pete on the gas trying to hunt down Paul Fields. But he has got Stu Aerosmith, picks up, locks an inside front right into turn 6, that parabolic style right-hander.
Just gave a Dawson a little bit more breathing space, but wasn't. Aerosmith all over the back of him there, J-Man.
He was.
And again,
see how he ranges up through these chicanes. Plenty of track limit use being used there, so that'll be an interesting scenario. We do know that there is a penalty system applied, however, it is quite flexible. But yeah, Stewie's car looks
flexible and friendly, J-Man. But Dawson, sideways. I think Dawson, so last laps, Fields with a 32.1. Dawson 31.6, 31.6 also for Aerosmith. So Fields still vulnerable with a little over 9 minutes to go, J-Man. He is not out of the woods yet here. Pardon the pun as they come out of the trees here at Highlands Motorsport Park for round 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I tell you what, this battle between Chris, Tinnis Venter and Kenny Simpson still raged on, because Chris managed to get through, but Tinnis has just hung on the back there, and look, he's in striking distance should Chris make a mistake.
We know Chris's ultimate pace is bloody awesome, but Tinnis definitely keeping him honest there at the moment, J-Man.
Yeah, absolutely, and back up the front, so Pete Dawson with that little slide into turn 6 last lap round from Stewie Aerosmith has actually seen Stewie dropped back into the clutches of Voda now as they come through turn 6, and it's allowed Pete Dawson, who basically mirrored the 30, low 32 second lap time that Paul Fields did the lap before, just to stay in touch. He's only 0.9 of a second behind Fieldsy. Oh, that's just stretched out, sorry, to 1.3 in that last sector. So Fieldsy very good through the sector 1, heading into sector 2 as they come out of 12, heading down to 13.
And Voda gets on the loud pedal. Oh, he's gone round.
Yeah, he's gone right
Big
round.
tank slapper there.
And this will be a big welcome to the Vaughan Martin, Jeff Barnier, Oa, Chris and Tinnis Venter all round him up. And he could succumb here to Kenny Simpson as well. Could get him.
Jeff now under pressure from Chris. Now Chris under pressure from Tinnis. There's Payne. Oh, and it's all happening. There's Kenny Simpson tucked in behind.
Yeah, oh mate,
busy.
it is going off down there. So Voda and Kenny.
So Chris and Tinnis passed. Jeff Barner, Chris pushing. Tinnis really got the pressure on Chris tonight. J-Man, I would have expected a little bit more pace, although he was in late, very late start for Chris tonight. J-Man, 7 minutes to go. It is going off.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I'll give you the top 3. Paul Fields, 32.0. Pete Dawson, 32.4. Stewie Aerosmith, 31.8. So a little bit of tyre phasing, I think, going on, or a little bit maybe the guys attacking in the lap and then getting a bit ragged, and then maybe some of the delta in the lap goes away, because we're certainly seeing a little bit up and down stuff. But Vaughan Martin under heavy attack from Chris right now as they head down to the 5-6 chicane. So 5, 6, 7, and Tinnis right on the back of Chris. Chris hungry as they come down into this carousel turn down here.
Oh, and you can see Martin defending, J-Man, really hugging that inside line. Look, very technical part of the circuit here. There's really nowhere to go.
Watch for Chris remove there. At 14.
Now remember,
down to the hairpin.
Chris will be watching his mirrors. Tinnis Venter has showed intent multiple times here again. This is where we see him get tangled up a lot here. One of the slowest corners there, the left-hander.
Yeah, Vaughan doing
they come out of the trees.
There.
Just look in the background there. That is Barner and Voda Botta up over the hill into this. Another very technical part of the track here. Vaughan's gone in deep. No.
Yeah, just locked the fronts there, coming down there into turn 18. He just absolutely got the fronts locked. Turn 17, sorry. So that allowed Chris to carry on. Now, can he pull away from Tinnis Venter? So that has seen Chris move from basically the back of the field up to 4th. Now, there is a pretty big margin from there. It's about 15 seconds up the road to Stewie Aerosmith, and those guys are lapping 2 seconds a lap faster at the moment than them. So, you know, we might see Chris pick up those 2 seconds on outright lap pace if he's in free air, but by then the damage is done with only 5 minutes to go, and it is crushing at the front. Pete Dawson is starting to hone in on the back of Paul Field. That margin back down to 9/10 of a second again.
Yeah, I didn't think Fields, I didn't think Fields didn't have pace. I just thought Dawson may have a little bit more out of his dodge. So, his Venter gets very loose.
Oh, Dawson got very loose out of 14 too, so he's going to be under pressure for Stewie Aerosmith at turn 5-6 chicane, because Stewie is very quick there. Okay, so that's Voda Boda still trying to attack Jeff Barney out at 14 as well, but nothing to be had there. But you can see on the camera from that rearward footage from the back of Pete Dawson's Dodge that Liqui Camaro is as close as he's been all race.
Yeah, look, he's very conservative out of the final corner there, J-Man, from Aerosmith.
He gave away a bit.
It definitely did. Dawson committed the dodge. He's really got that thing dialed in. It's turning in nicely, but look at the gains from Aerosmith through there.
Yeah, much tidier through there this time. He knew he had to hold the car tight. He pinched the front right a few laps back into there.
And Voda Botta with a massive crash, clipping the outside wall on the final, exiting the final corner there, allowing Barner just to run away now. No pressure. In 6th position.
Oh, Pete Dawson really starting to hone in on the back of Fields. Now, this stuff's
Look at this trio. We've only got 3 minutes to go, though, J-Man.
well, this stuff's important because Stewie Aerosmith, I mean, albeit he's 30 points ahead of Oa Chris in the championship leading into this first race of round 3. Oa Chris is only 1 position on the racetrack behind him, so albeit it's still a net gain to Stewie at this point, I'm sure he'd love to be able to put one more car in between him and Oa Chris, and he is ever ranging up on the back of Pete Dawson, looking for a mistake, lots of pressure.
Definitely, J-Man, and just remembering that, look, race 2 is grid is set by race 1 positions.
Yeah, these positions.
So, look, those guys will be well aware of that. Obviously, Chris making that gain through a very solid race here. Again, you just see over the back of Dawson, the wing of Dawson's Dodge there. Aerosmith very conservative through the final corner, but then makes it up through the bus stop into this right-hander. The guy's really working. I thought he can hear it.
Yeah, this will be the penultimate lap. There'll be one more after this, based on the clock timer when these guys went through. So there will be one more lap after this. Stewie
Aerosmith underneath him. What happened there?
Well, I can tell you what is going to happen is if they don't get going, Chris is going to be right there. He's not that far away. He can see them going through the chicane now.
Yep. So they've got the gap. There is enough. Chris still with Benter. Right on his tail. And then Benter throws it away, unforced.
Just gasses it up, mate.
These guys just leaning on the big pedal too hard, aren't they, J-Man, tonight here?
Jeff Barnier is going to get him. Kenny Simpson's probably going to get him too. Does Kenny round him up?
Is it Kenny? No, is it Kenny?
Yeah, it's Kenny Simpson.
Oh, hang on. Kenny must be out of position. He's a lap down.
Okay, he's a lap down.
So Vaughan Martin's next in line. But, all the way to the end, ladies and gentlemen.
Stewie and Pete still going at it.
They're still going at it. There's been a bit of touch-up and a redress. These guys at it. It's okay. Let's carry on. One more lap to go. That has given Paul Field a massive gap and a whole bunch of breathing space. Paul Field is going to easily run away with this. As we see Dawson, big hit on the wall.
Look how strong he'll be through the chicane here. Look how strong he'll be through here. And then you watch him into turn 6 here. He'll get the car a lot tighter. Not this time. He kind of mirrors Pete Dawson. Last lap round, he was a lot tighter into turn 6. But this is down here
Dawson,
to 5.
Big wriggle from Dawson. Here we go.
There's a run on the outside.
Oh, they're going to fight over it. They're going to go too wide through the little flip-flop there, J-Man, and into this left-hander. And Aerosmith.
That's where Aerosmith's been strong.
Takes the position.
But, hey, look, Fieldsy, on the other hand, he is out there. He's down at turn 14 hairpin already. These guys are just coming up through 13 now, heading down to 14, so he's got nothing to worry about as Paul Fields. Dennis Venter, Jeff Barnier.
Tick down. And Fields away. Easily got first position. Dennis Venter looking to make a move on Jeff. Even with Jeff covering.
Oh, contact on the inside there.
Kenny Simpson just tucked in there as well. Venter will want to keep an eye on that. Here comes Kenny.
Comes across the line. Fieldsy crossed the line for the victory.
So Paul Field.
Stewie Aerosmith.
First position.
And then Pete Dawson, that is your podium.
Stewie Aerosmith second. Yes, Pete Dawson third. Chris.
Chris, not that far behind in the end.
And here we are, back to this battle. Bala.
Oh, he defends it. He's going to hold it.
Simpson. Still looking out of this final corner.
Sideways.
Gets the drift on.
Beautiful stuff.
So that's
5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7 respectively. Chris Hainsworth, J-Man. Wow. That just got hectic really quickly, didn't it, at the end there? Hainsworth pulling it up. I think that's coil spring.
Oh, what happened to Hainsworth?
I don't know.
Just the final corner, he just lost the position there to coil.
Yeah, no, he just backed out of that. Shields. Wilson. Max Cat tucked in right behind J-Man.
Yeah, he's right there. And Timmy Hainsworth heading down out of 18 down into 19 as we speak. And we've already seen Kenny go through. Now, Kenny was in that battle with...
And Voda off after a big hit, J-Man, on the exit of the final turn there, J-Man. Woo! What a cracking opening round race there. First 15-minute race here tonight in the Hardcore Online Gaming 2024 Ta2 Rumble Series, brought to you by Nautech and MATCHFIT Entertainment. Round 3 here at Highlands Motorsport Park. Race 1. Man, these guys get into it straight away. Let's get the boys up here. What do we got going on, J-Man?
Righto, okay. So we have got Pete Dawson for the 3rd position after a spirited battle for the duration of that 15 minutes. Was pretty entertaining. Pete, you got us on comms?
Oh, yep, all good.
Mate, a little bit unfortunate, a little bit of contact, Stu, a little bit over-eager down into the chicane, however, redressed, and you guys carried on. But, look, mate, a great battle and ended up with that P3, mate, and right on his bumper to the very end.
Yeah, I was a bit loose, but I really enjoyed it. And I didn't feel that I got hit from behind. I just felt that I spun out, but, yeah.
I can assure you, mate, there was a Chevy badge impaled on the back of that Dodge. However, look, you guys do a great job out there, and look, there's no real malice in it. It's just racing, but good to see Stewie readdress that. You guys got to go out and battle. I was concerned that Chris was going to bridge that margin really, really quickly as you guys were trying to sort yourself out at the turn 5-6 chicane, but look, Pete, that was an awesome race, mate. Obviously, a little bit of a messy start on the initial proceedings, but you guys cleaned it up for the second phase of that. So, congrats on a P3 once again, mate. Banking the results. We've been talking throughout the broadcast about your luck can only get better given how you started the series and how much car pace you've got. So, well done, mate.
Definitely.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it. Yep.
Yes, mate. Talking a bit. So that is Pete Dawson.
Yes. So another result there again for race 1 here in round 3. J-Man, after a tough start to the series, but next...
Stewie Aerosmith in the box, mate, already. I've got to fire these ones out. Davo, Stewie, congrats on a P2.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Mate, were you conscious of Chris coming in the background and maybe wanting to put one more car between you and him for the points situation?
Yeah, I was watching him as well as trying to keep my focus on the road because it's hard work around here. It's fun, really fun. But yeah, I made a few boo-boos in that one and had to sort of pull it back, and then I tapped Pete and had to readdress. But no, really good, happy.
Yeah, I did see the big inside front right lock up into turn 6 there one lap, and I think you learnt pretty quickly from that was going to cost you, and you tidied that up for the rest of the race, which was nice to see, and then got engaged in a good battle. But look, to be honest, I think you guys, the top 3, are all on a similar pace, so track position looks quite critical here, and Fieldsy had all of that tonight. So, mate, all the best in the next one. You are going to start off of the front row with Fieldsy. However, Chris is right in there.
He's right there.
Yeah.
But confidence booster, I think you guys are all on the same pace, so it'll all come down to racecraft, mate.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'll give it a good nudge.
Well done,
Awesome.
Stewie.
Thanks, Stewie.
Championship leader, Stewie Aerosmith, out of P2.
And last, but definitely not least, we have the man, the legend, Paul Field.
Let it from start to finish, mate. No real pressure. You did have Pete Dawson you had so much fresh air at Fieldsy. You made the best of that situation. How comfortable were you actually out there, mate?
Yeah, no, it was good. The car's good. I've been setting it up all week and did a few little changes this afternoon that even made it better, and very confident in the car, and it feels really good.
Yeah, look, we've seen some unforced errors, guys just wicking it up out of corners, certainly the final corner, and hey, look, we've even seen a car underneath the bridge after the 5-6 chicane. So there's certainly it looks a little slippery up there, Fieldsy, but no such issues for yourself, mate. And I guess just out there and from the front row again, just try and get.
I've got Chris in fourth there. I don't think it'll take too long for him to get up and,
Yeah,
and
well,
pass us, you know.
yeah,
But
no, too true, too true.
yeah, you know,
Yeah,
it's
pace
good,
wise,
and yeah,
pace wise, you're running a similar pace, mate. So
yeah. No, the car feels good. It feels planted. I'm happy the way it's going. Yeah, we had a little bit of a glitch at the start with some lag issues,
Yep, yep.
but we
But we got
restarted,
that
and everyone
sorted.
was happy, and we're all good to go.
good
Awesome.
stuff, mate. That's awesome, mate. Appreciate your work, mate. And hey, look, all the best for race 2. We'll leave you to have a little break, and then we'll get back into it. Thank you, Paul Fields.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Fieldsy, everyone, winner here for the first Crackerjack 15-minute race here for round 3 at Highlands Motorsport Park in the, what is it, J-Man? It is the Hardcore Online Gaming 2024 Ta2 V8Rumble Series, brought to you by Nautech and MATCHFIT Entertainment. J-Man, these guys never fail to deliver. There's only 15 cars on track, and it is mad racing. Loving it, J-Man. We are going to take a short break. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Please hit the like and subscribe button while we're away, and we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody, to Hardcore Online Gaming's 2024 Ta2 V8 Rumble Series, proudly brought to you by Nautech, makers of awesome motion sims. Get in touch with them, and obviously MATCHFIT Entertainment, myself and J-Man on the mics. Hit the like and subscribe button. Keep in touch with what's going on at MATCHFIT Entertainment, broadcasting across multiple communities across Australia and New Zealand. J-Man back from a short intermission after race 1 here in round 3 at Highlands Motorsport Park in New Zealand. Man, what a cracking race, Highland. Mate, look, I'm not familiar with this track, but it delivered in race 1, my friend.
Yeah, look, hey, look, it was a pretty epic start. You know, the boys got away. Great drive from Chris to drive back through to 4th, but also great battle at the back end, also with the likes of Tinnis Venter and Chris, but also Stewie Aerosmith with the big exchange between himself and Pete Dawson. A little bit of a redress there, and then they played on, and then Stewie managed to put a nice passer on around the outside before they got into the turn 5-6 chicane. Actually had to go side by side through the turn 5, and then had it settled before they got to the right-hander at 6. So
plenty going on, mate.
Yeah.
So awesome stuff. Look, I suspect race 2 is going to be nothing less, maybe even more intense than race 1, as the boys file away for the formation lap in behind the V8 Rumble. Safety car there, J-Man, and on the front row is once again race winner. So this is race winner from race 1. But yeah, these guys will start in finishing positions from the first 15-minute race. So we see Field, Aerosmith on the front row, Dawson, Chris in 3rd position on the 2nd row. Jeff Barnard did a fantastic job, just had plenty of attacks throughout the first 15-minute race and held back Tinnis Venter, who's in 6th, Vaughan Martin in 7th, Coyle in 8th, Chris Hainsworth in 9th, and Nev Shields rounding out the top 10. There is a couple more in there. Don't let me forget, J-Man. It is Les Wilson, Max Catt, Tim Hainsworth, Kenny Simpson, and Voda Botta after a DNF starts at the back of the field. J-Man Voda with a big hit on the wall, the pit wall on the exit.
Yeah.
Of the final corner. Ladies and gentlemen, the boys rolling around for their formation lap. Like I always mention, don't forget, hit the like button, people. Subscribe. We got heaps going on, J-Man. For the rest of 2024, we are streaming for not only Hardcore Online Gaming here, but ASRNZ with the ACC Racer Champions, and Rainlight Racing with their current Season 6 GT3 series, with the first round kicking off just last Monday. So stay tuned, Monday, round 2.
Yeah, and look, mate, I've just been watching these front boys, Stewie Aerosmith and Paul Fields, on this formation lap behind this V8 Rumble.
they're racing already.
Safety car. And look, I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of purple on the white and a little bit of white on the purple already. So just trying to share a little bit of real estate. And I know how important this turn 19, turn 20 is.
As they roll around,
so quickly.
It does drop very quickly here as the V8 Rumble safety car runs into the pits. J-Man, we're going to go green any moment. Paul Field v Aerosmith, and it'll be Chris v Dawson. Chris with a massive start. Fieldsy covering.
Yeah,
on Aerosmith, with Aerosmith, which is allowed. Chris through. Fields wide.
Now this is important that Stewie goes with Chris here.
So that's allowed. Chris, Aerosmith, and Dawson. Can Dawson hold out? He can. But that is, who is that? Tinnis
Oh,
Banter
Tinnis
in amongst
Banter
it.
into the side of Paul Fields. That's a big incident.
So, plenty going on there immediately. Lap 1, race 2. Aerosmith in second. OR Chris. Pete Dawson in first. Pete Dawson in third. But
Look, it only took 3 corners for OR Chris to get to the lead of this race from P4. So these boys, Pete Dawson and Stu Aerosmith, have got a job to do here. And I'll tell you what, Vaughan Martin right on the back. Or who was that losing traction? That must have been one of the Hainsworth boys.
no, so that's Jeff Barner.
Oh, it was Jeff Barner. So that's allowed Vaughan to really range up on the back there. And that is
a little bit of contact there.
There's a little bit of contact, yep.
And so, and just in front of that, actually, that little group there, we're still in lap 1 here, is Coyle. As they roll out of the final corner here. Really done, like you said, a good job to just keep his nose clean. Top 3 running away. Coyle with a little bit of breathing space because all the action's going on just behind him there. That's Jeff Barner, Vaughan Martin, Neville Shields. Now, Neville Shields and Vaughan Martin, good mates. These guys don't mind a spar. That's Hainsworth in the background. He's been doing plenty of practice between rounds and definitely up to speed in that car. Max Cat in 9th. Tim, his brother, rounding out the top 10.
Oh,
but Paul,
Vaughan just cooks the brakes there. Just had to open the steering lock up. Just hasn't
so
quite.
Paul, well, look, still big learning curves here as Martin just loses a bit of space on Jeff Barner there. But yeah, Tim Hainsworth in 11th. But look, notably, it's Kenny Simpson in 11th. But Tinnis Bender, Paul Field, Voda Botta, and Les Wilson all dropping down to the back of the field there, J-Man.
Yeah, they have, mate. Obviously, Paul Field succumbed to that incident with Tinnis, and then, just didn't manage to think that up. But that's actually changed since. So, obviously, Tinnis managed to get through since there. So, it's interesting. Now, just looking at the margin, Chris has got at the front of this field, he has already made 1.5 seconds. I'm interested to see what this first real flying lap, he did a 32 standing. And that is a 30.8. Haven't seen a 30-second bracket here tonight. No. Now we have.
New best lap. There it goes. Comes up on the graphic there on screen there, ladies and gentlemen. So, Chris on point immediately and with a gap. Now, Aerosmith knows what he's racing. He knows that he just needs the position at the end of the race. He will chase. These guys are racers. Pete Dawson, look, he's still got Pete Dawson to deal with, so he can't slow down and just capitulate to a second position.
Yeah, GB and Vaughan Martin still going at it, and they've got Nev Shields right on the back of them. Now, Nev Shields had a bit of an incident in race 1, which saw him go a long way back, but look, he's right in there.
That's Hainsworth tagged on the back of that too, J-Man.
That's Chris Hainsworth, he's right in there.
And that's notable too, because Hainsworth and Tim, both Tim and Chris, not quite up to speed in the second round.
Series, but he's right there.
Oh, here we go,
Vaughan Martin to the inside.
Oh, a little bit of contact there, runs Jeff wide, and here we go. It's on now.
So
there's Hainsworth.
That allows Hainsworth and Shields through, mate.
So Barner, really the big loser there, drops 3 position. And these guys, look at how close these guys are now. That's really bunched them up.
Yeah, this is a good battle here between Hainsworth and Shields and Martin. This is a great, something what we'd come to expect from the mid-pack. They always turn it on.
For sure. Venter just sneaking past Max Cat as well with J-Man as they run out of the back of onto the start-finish straight here.
Yep.
10 minutes remaining. And that is, if you just look in the background there behind Max, that is the recovering Paul Field car as he sneaks
right to the
past.
inside.
And he will be chasing Venter.
And that's Voda looking to try and round up Maxi down the
inside.
And
he's done it as well.
Yep.
So plenty going on.
Yep.
in the mid-pack there, J-Man. But, yeah, the recovering poor field, we know that Dodger's quick, J-Man. We saw it win the first race. Plenty going on.
Last lap for the leader, Chris, was a 31.1. Stewie Arithmus responded to probably one of his better laps of the night at a 31.4. So he's lifted the level. However, Chris is just that much quicker every lap. So that's why the margin's currently sitting at 2.3 seconds.
Notably, Hainsworth actually just tagged on the back of Shields, J-Man, and really hasn't lost much for that. But now he has Vaughan Martin on his
Big
case.
improvements for Chris Hainsworth here, based on after the Morgan Park round and then coming to here. He's really starting to get a handle on these cars. I mean, that's a solid top 6 right now.
So you just want to stay focused here. 8 minutes to go. We're nearly halfway as we see Martin again. Now, we've seen Martin brush that wall a few times tonight.
And look, he's got Kenny Simpson starting to range up on this battle as well. So
he'll be suffering for some damage, I suspect, Martin, J-Man.
Yep.
See in the back a shot there. That was the Les Wilson Camaro, the net gun Camaro there. The 537 car. Currently running in 13th position. Timmy Hainsworth in the 08 car. Sister to Chris Hainsworth's car, and Jeff Barner back to 50, actually back in the pits with a DNF, J-Man, so Master copped some terminal damage there. Kenny Simpson currently running in 8th, tucked up in behind Vaughan Martin, who we thought would have started to get a little bit busier, as it does get a little bit busier on the back of Chris Hainsworth, J-Man, and
that's
and
a great pack.
You can see the Kenny Simpson. Oh, no!
Yeah, I think Chris just managed to he got the entry wrong, and then Kenny sort of given him a serve and said, hey, don't treat him like that, mate.
It's not over yet.
Give you an upper.
So, that's Simpson into 6th now, J-Man.
Yeah, get out of my way.
So, yeah, plenty of aggression in the mid-pack here, J-Man.
Oh, yes. Very much so.
No mucking around. So that's definitely given Vaughan Martin plenty to think about. Now with Chris Hainsworth behind him.
And Vaughan incredibly wide through the big right hand of turn 6.
Oh, that's Venter in the background as well, J-Man. So that's notable as well.
Yeah, he's coming with pace as well. So
you can hear these guys struggling to pull these cars up there as you just see that vision before they go under the bridge there. That little flip-flop. And you can see the tyre smoke. You can see and hear the front wheels locking into that little flip-flop complex. And then under the bridge. And again, Martin under pressure. Hainsworth now thinking about Venter as well. Oh, so close here.
Yeah, so, I mean, they could go inside and have a look, but the exit becomes a lot tighter if you're on the outside line, and you just saw that there. There was 3 opposing lines and no positional change. And once again, Hainsworth, he's just grabbing...
Very slippery,
He's grabbing the wrong line through that chicane, and it's firing the car sideways over the bridge. And
Venter had nowhere to go there, J-Man.
No, he didn't. It's not going to get any easier because Vodabota's right behind him now as well. So
yeah, Venter into the back of Hainsworth there. Hainsworth
Simpson
very
on
loose.
too, mate. So we've got Kenny Simpson.
Look at the pace. Look at the pace of that Mustang. Look at him here. Range on the back of it. Oh, my.
He had a dab of the brake mid-corner there. He had so much pace on just to stay off the back of that the other Mustang of Shields. So
fantastic looking car this too. It's the Steel Industry. Oh, no!
That chicane wrong. Allows Simo to get back up to P5, and look at who's just up the road is actually Coral Springs. So Kenny could go top 4 here. And what is the margin out the front? 3.2. Oh, Chris. Looked like he got a little bit of understeer on the front of that car now. just watched it turning in through 17, 18, and it was a whole lot of steering on and not a lot of turning going on.
So Kenny now...
On the move.
Oh, definitely on the move. And look, is that Coyle? He's already on the back of Coyle. I wonder whether Coyle's made a bit of a mistake, and he's getting a little bit of front wash as well. Those fronts going, oh, Simpson immediately down the inside on Coyle.
Yeah, we
Forces
saw
the
him
issue.
put the move on Martin down there a couple of laps ago, and he likes that spot. That's his spot. Now Martin...
And Shields still in tow, J-Man. Out of the final corner here. Now, this is critical here.
Through the
It
chicane,
reminds me a little bit of Amaru Park, the old Australian circuit, that brush against the wall. Look at this. Look at the turn in on the Mustang here. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
sitting it on the inside line.
It's got plenty. And here we go. It's the same deja vu again. And there he goes.
Just
Simpson.
Sends it down there beautifully.
And a great aggressive move from Simpson, J-Man. We rarely see that from Kenny.
No, he's ever the gentleman, but mate, he's on a mission tonight.
Yeah. So good, solid pass from Simpson there in the Steel Industries Mustang.
Look, only just under 3 minutes left to go in the second race of 3. So this will be the last of the 15-minute sprints. We will have a 25-minute feature coming up. And Chris,
it's only going to get
Chris
better.
got a handle on this.
It can only get better, J-Man. Plenty going on. Couple of recovering drivers there. Fields, Vodabotta, also Tinnis Venter back up into 7th after a bit of a touch-up.
He's closing in on Nev Shields and Cool Spring here, mate. So got a ton of pace on the car. He's in the 33s there, and the 35s and 36s. So I know we're only probably going to look at 2 more laps in this race, but that'll be long enough for Tinnis Venter in the 707 Nautech Mustang.
Yeah, well, Spring's got, Coyle's got bloody Neville Shields
All over
to
him.
deal with first. And Shields on the move through the first bus stop there into this right-hander. Very tricky stuff. Easily run wide through that corner, but very long. Modulating the throttle for a very long time, J-Man, to muscle these cars around that corner, and then always a braking opportunity down into this little flip-flop here. Tight stuff at the top.
Yeah, it is tightening up. Shields, he's having a good look on call now. He's just going to try and work out as they come out here, heading up through 11, 12, down to 13. Kenny Simpson in the distance, just checking out from that battle now. Tinnis Venter in the background, a little bit wide out of 12. So looking at Shields here, grabs a lot of curb, gets a lot of good drive off the corner there.
He does.
Paul Spring did a great job also.
So yeah, look, definitely keeping his the eyes forward there is Coyle with this stuff. Not overly focused on his mirrors. That's probably a Coyle thing, but he really is dealing with it, covering a little bit. Oh, there is contact.
Here. And Tinnis will just drive around the outside here. There'll be a readdress, no doubt, from... No, he's just grabbed the Shieldsy position there, but I'll tell you what, he's going to line himself up here.
Yeah,
he does down the inside already.
So Venter passed. Coyle knows that he's going to have to readdress that situation. Ever the gentleman, Coyle.
But Tinnis up to P5.
So yeah, good recovery. Not so much for Paul Field. Back down in 11th at the moment, J-Man. This is the final.
Chris Hainsworth doing a great job at the moment holding off Vodabotta. Now, obviously, we saw the exchange between Hainsworth and Martin, but look, he just got to just make sure he gets that.
There's still a bit of a lap to go yet here, mate.
There is. Paul Field, he's made it back to 11th. He was basically at the back of this pack.
And these guys going hard at it. Hainsworth, Vodabotta. We will get back to our Chris. as he runs through. Oh, so he's got across the line there. Oh, no,
Yeah, he
that's
has.
it. That's it. So, Chris, Arrowsmith, Dawson,
He's sideways. Yeah.
Simpson just rolling around and coming
Okay.
out of the final corner now. Taking out 4th position. Great work from Simpson. Good recovery.
drive.
Those guys
It's a
had
great
some
drive.
tactical issues before this round, J-Man, earlier tonight. So nice work. Venter. Oh, up and down through the field. Coyle with
And
Nev
Nev
Shields
Shields.
in tow. Vaughan Martin with an up and down nod as well. With Crench.
Good drive from Chris Hainsworth too. Behind
Excellent.
Vaughan for a top
Excellent.
9.
Boda running out the 10. Paul Field 11th. Les Wilson 12th. Max Catt in 13th.
Yep.
And Timmy Hainsworth in 14th. Jeff Barner retiring early, J-Man, for this one with a DNF.
Anywho, we shall rip into these driver interviews very
We
quickly.
will, we will.
Can give these guys a break. And first cab off the rank again, backs it up. Pete Dawson, back-to-back podiums, mate, already.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate for Paul there. I'm not sure what happened there.
No, not sure what went there. What went on there? Got a bit of a tag, and yeah, both of those boys back early on.
Yeah.
But yeah, took advantage of it, mate, and ran with it.
Yeah, and yeah, obviously good battle at the start there with yourself and Stewie, but yeah, backing up another solid 3rd position. And look, mate, you just got to keep banking those podiums, mate. You're just going to keep moving forward in this series. But it looked like good fun out there. Just probably spread out a little bit towards the end, Pete. Just the pace of Chris was too much for Stewie, and then probably yeah, it wasn't much between you and Stewie other than an air gap that stayed pretty consistent.
Yeah, not much I could do about that. I'll have to have another go next time, although I don't know how my tyres are going to get on.
What's the dig like out there, mate? Do you think this 25 minutes going to hurt a little bit?
I think so. Definitely they'll have to look after them.
Yep. Is it the front left, mate? Is
I'll
it
heat up
starting
a
to
bit.
suffer into turn 6 as the race goes on?
Yeah, it sure does. She cools off though.
Okay. All right, mate. Well done. Congrats. And hey, look, if the trend carries on, we'll be talking to you in about 25, 30 minutes. So, yeah, well done, Pete. Go out there and get after it this next one, mate.
Well done, Pete.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Pete.
Pete Dawson, ladies and
Well,
gentlemen.
Yeah, bring up our
Next
second position
cab
is,
off the rank is
guy
this
that's
man.
making his way to the podium more often than not these days is
We
Stewie
talk a lot.
Arrowsmith.
We talk a lot with this guy.
Yeah, we seem to. We're on a first name basis. So, Stewie, another good one, mate. And look, Chris, first of the 30 point anything's out there tonight. So, look, you just consolidated with that second position, mate.
Yeah, well done to Chris. Like that, it's an amazing lap. I knew once he hit the front and he had that clear air that I had a little chance to stay with him. So yeah, you're right. Just consolidate, take what I can. If I can keep sticking in podiums, I'll be looking good at the end. But yeah, I've got nothing for Chris. And well done there to Pete Dawson as well. Good race.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, another meat and drink, that one there for you, mate, out there. And I sort of mentioned during that broadcast that I think once you got into that second position, once you rounded up Pete Dawson, that you'd go out there and apply a bit of pressure. But I think once it sort of got to that 1.5 second margin, you look really consistent. Looked like you were just banking very, very good laps. They were still fast laps. I actually saw you bank a 31.4 in the race, which has got to be up there with one of the better laps I've seen out of the Liquimolly Chevy Camaro tonight. So well done to do that in race trim, Stewie.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'll try to maximise as much as I can.
Awesome, mate. Go
Nice
out
work.
there and go get after it this last one, mate. 25 minutes. Look after that front left for turn 6, and we'll see what we got at the end, eh?
Yeah, cheers, guys. Enjoy.
Cheers, Stewie.
Stu Arrowsmith, everyone, and last but very much not least, J-Man, the one and only.
Yeah, a guy
Damn,
that,
this guy's quick.
yeah, started off the race 1 at the back, made it up to P4, and literally got to first position by turn 4 in race 2. Oh, Chris, mate, that was a solid drive, and congrats on the 30.8 in race.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was a bit opportunistic. Yeah, I thought things kind of opening up, and I just put my car in the gap for race 2, and it all worked out.
You got to take
But
it when you can get them, mate.
oh yeah, but yeah, race 1, I was racing on a different racetrack. Apparently, everyone else was using a lot more curve than I was. I was trying to keep it inside the white lines a bit more. So yeah, I had a quick discussion between the races, and yeah, it sounds like everyone's keen to use more of the curve. So yeah, that's where I found a little extra time. Race 2.
Yeah, I did pick up on that, mate. So I guess the first phase of the lap, turn 7, turn 8, that first, well, it's effectively the
The bus
second
stop.
chicane. Yeah, it's we even 2, 3, 4, 5. I noticed the guys are using a lot more than you there, but for me it was visually evident down at 7, 8 before you head under the bridge, that chicane there, and I thought, man, you're giving away a lot there. I wondered how quickly it'd take you to pick up on what your opposition was doing, and yeah, that, because we're not used to seeing you being that much, that close on the lap times to these other boys. So 30.8 is the legit pace of what you got out there running those lines, and it is impressive. Look,
Yep.
that will help the margins. Obviously, Stewie managed to just make a little bit more margin in race 1, but however, you got that back in race 2. He was shadowing you. It's going to be a bit of an arm wrestle there, Chris. So mate, this one's shaping up to be a good one. And starting from the front row, mate, you've got all that fresh air you need. Starting from, I believe, the inside, coming round out of turn 21, heading to 22, you should have a good opportunity here to make fresh air and make another good game, mate. So all the best for the next one. Go get it.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. Oh,
Well
Chris.
done, Chris.
All right, mate. Good stuff. We might take a quick breather. What have we got?
We
Have
will
a look at the clock.
We will take a quick breather. There's not long, but look, we'll take a quick intermission. Hit the like and subscribe. We'll be back in a moment for the main game, the 25-minute race here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to Hardcore Online Gaming's 2024 Ta2 V8 Rumble Series, proudly brought to you by Nautech and MATCHFIT Entertainment. We're back from a short break after race 2, the second of the 15-minute quickfire races. Epic stuff, like I mentioned after race 1, crackerjack stuff, J-Man. But we're up for the 25-minute main here for round 3 at Highlands Motorsport Park. I'm Davo, J-Man.
Mate, this one is going to be the one, and you already heard from a few of the drivers tonight, obviously in the podiums. Dig probably going to be an issue, so Tiger degradation for this final 10 minutes probably going to start coming into play, and I think you're going to see it specifically in the final turn. The front left is going to take a beating here. So turn 6, the parabolic style right-hander at the start of the lap. Expect to see them push wide there, and opportunity for cars to pass up the inside there if they've got a bit better tyre underneath them.
For sure.
And then also the final turn 21, as they come around that final corner to get close to the pit wall. Already seen plenty of contact between cars and the pit wall. Won't be the last we see tonight of that. But OR Chris from the front row worked his way up here tonight. Only took him basically to the start of the second race to get up there. Started out of P4 for race 2. Started off the back race 1. Starts in clean air and on the inside tonight here for race 3, the feature. What can Stewie do? I think Stewie's a smart character. He'll just play the consolidation role, and he will look to try and cover off the likes of Pete Dawson, and then maybe make some margin early on Dawson to try and maintain that second position.
Oh, look, I totally agree. There's so much going on in the top end of that field at the moment. Obviously, Paul Field dropped back a little bit after a bit of an incident in race 2 there, J-Man. But look, you've got to throw Simpson in there as well now, with obviously technical difficulties out of the road.
And he was coming on strong at the back end of race 2.
Mate, look, that overtake we watched at the back end of race 1 there, very un-Simpson-like, and you look really trying to make amends, you know, for really probably not being up to speed in qualifying or in race 1, as the boys are out on their formation lap in behind the V8 Rumble safety car, J-Man, and working their way around through this, what is it, 21 or 2 odd corners?
22 corners, 4.1 Ks.
At Highlands here, look, and these guys are G'd up, but the 25-minute, J-Man, like you said, that front left around here, and it's not just turn 6, it's that final 21 and 22 as well. There's a few corners here, the tyres will be well working for the money, J-Man. Chris, Stu Arrowsmith, front row of the grid. Pete Dawson, Simpson, we were just talking about, rounding out the second row of the grid. Venter and Coyle, 5th and 6th. Shields, Martin, 2 formidable sparring partners with these 2 guys. Chris Hainsworth, Frodo Botter.
Well, Chris Hainsworth amongst the mix now too,
Yeah,
so
in
he's
the
already
top 10.
shown out of race 2 that he's ready to party.
Paul Field in 11th, Les Wilson in 12th, Max Katz, and also Tim Hainsworth,
yeah,
rounding out the 14th position there. We might have dropped someone there, J-Man. We're back to 14 as these guys round the final corner as the V8 Rumble safety car gets off track here. We're about to go green. Just watch the punch from this Mustang immediately.
Here we go, with play, mate. Stewie covering.
Oh, Stewie passed. Look at it going on the ground. Shields, Coyle.
Look at a contact here between Chris and Stewie.
Shields, Coyle, and Vaughan. There's 3 wide in the background.
Oh, they are 3 wide through turn 6.
That's
So
Frodo
now
Botter tucked in behind.
having to cover from Pete Dawson.
So immediately, totally different dynamic in this race. We'll look over the back wing of Aerosmith here. This is lap 1.
Yeah, look, he's done himself his best chances here to try and just check out here and see what he can do.
J-Man, good clean start. Really good clean start there. And with plenty going on here, we're still in lap 1 here, but the Vaughan Martin Neville Shields coil, Battler's coil, goes around.
He does go around.
Unforced, gets the rear wheel out of the grass, and Martin around as well, J-Man. Backwards into the forest.
Oh, who's that? Timmy Hainsworth was around as well, I think it was.
Oh, that'll be Chris, wouldn't it? Oh, no,
No, it
maybe
was Timmy at the back, yeah.
So now that gives Simpson a little bit of breathing space. Now he can see the back of Venter. Venter's tucked up in behind Dawson.
Oh, look, mate, I'll tell you what, Stewie with a great opening lap here, mate. We saw Chris Bank a 132 on his flying lap last race. Stewie Aerosmith banks a 132.
Yep.
So that kind of mirrors what Chris did in the previous race. So Stewie has got this thing all tuned up for race 3.
Paul
and
Field,
Dawson very,
back
very
up
wide.
So
Okay,
Field.
That's already moved up 2 positions.
So yeah, he's got Hainsworth in his sides. Boda on Shields. And you can still see, obviously we're only the second lap here, you can just see in the background there every now and then in shot. That top group. Oh, Boda. Down the inside. Can he make it stick? Nice work. Shields seen him coming.
Move.
Gave him the spade.
Yep, just got the driver off of that turn after the chicane.
Oh, Venter down the inside of Dawson.
Chris got a run on Stewie Aerosmith as well.
And Dawson and Venter exchanging positions as well in the last corner. Here we go.
Stewie managed to hold that battle off, but it is on for first and second, Davo. It is on.
And third and fourth with Dawson, Venter.
Oh, Chris looking for the inside line out of 19.
Hasn't got it.
Just got a little bit sideways as he's picking up the gas. Oh, just so fast through that first chicane. Turns 2, 3, 4.
Oh, Chris. Quickest lap, 31.2.
Yeah.
With Aerosmith. Racing with Aerosmith. Pulling 21.2s, J-Man.
31.2s, yep. Copy that.
31.2s, yes. Look in the background.
Dennis Venter, Pete Dawson, and Kenny Simpson just tucked right in there.
Dawson in a whole world of hurt there, J-Man. Really having a fend off. Dennis Venter, Les Wilson on Chris Hainsworth as well. Hainsworth with a slip. Les, as always, a gentleman. I think Max Cat, Vaughan Martin through after he's in recovery mode.
Notice Chris in these early phases of the laps, he's obviously right there and got a very, very quick car, just using up a lot of rear tyre.
To do it, yeah, that's right.
Stewie driving the car a whole lot straighter than Chris at the moment, so tells me that Chris is pushing.
Yeah, I just looking at analysing Stu's setup on that car tonight. He's not as brave out of the final corner, J-Man, and we haven't seen Aerosmith into that wall, and he's been slow through that corner. So I think these boys with vastly different setups here tonight, J-Man, and like you mentioned there, Chris, big tag on the wall, on the exit of the final corner, has compromised the gap there, J-Man, somewhat. And quite possibly could be carrying a little bit of damage, mind you, as well. So
yeah, it could be a little bit there. But hey, look, Stewie's just driving the car straight, and albeit it's not on the magical number that I think
he'd probably
Chris can do. But I tell you what, he's just got to drive it straight in the right places.
He does.
It's early days.
The big battle is that group of cars. Pete Dawson, Tina Spencer, Kenny Simpson, 3rd, 4th and 5th respectively. That is tucked in behind. That is the big battle going on at the moment.
Paul Field up to P8.
The closest cars on track at the moment. Fieldsy working his way. He's now dispatched Chris Hainsworth. He's heading for Neville Shields. Vota Botta will be a bigger battle for him. Look at what's going on in the background there, though, Jamie.
Mate.
It's Les Wilson and Coyle side by side as they go through the flip-flop and over the bridge. And that, who's that in the background? Vaughan Martin takes Les Wilson.
Yeah, so Stewie's car looks incredibly good out of the final turn and down through the first chicane. I tell you what, where I think OR Chris's strong suit is actually the final 2 corners. So that turn 19-20, he looks very, very good, dropping down over that little brow for the final right-hander before they start the run towards the start-finish line. The car looks exceptionally good there versus Stewie. So Stewie was just a little bit wide there the last lap round. So,
but there's gives it. It's a sliding scale, isn't it, J-Man? With this stuff,
it is a sliding scale for sure.
So yeah, the gains here will be losses in other corners, especially on a track like Highlands here. There's so much going on. You've got pretty well every type of corner, haven't you, throughout the track? So
Pete Dawson a little bit sideways off of 14. It just revitalises the chances for tennis. However, there's a little bit too much margin, but we see here as we come down here with Stewie Aerosmith and OR Chris, this is where OR Chris is strong. He's strong down the hill there over the bridge, and then he's strong down into this right-hander. However, the acceleration out of here and the way that Stewie apexes this turn 21 is a strong suit tonight.
Yeah, but
at no point have I seen him look like he was going to hit the wall.
This kick here, I don't think Aerosmith's been quick through that little final bit up against the wall there, 22. But damn, he's quick through here. You know, so what he misses just in that final corner, he's onto it straight away. But look at Chris, all over the back here. The Aerosmith Chevy, the Liquid Moly Chevy. It's the battle of the oil manufacturers here, Liquid Moly, Pennzoil. It's all going on.
This is a great passing opportunity there. If you get the drive off of turn 6 there, 7-8 down to 9, that's a great opportunity. But coming out of here, Dewey's looks solid, but you watch OR Chris's line in and out of 14. He'll be very, very far to the right-hand side of the track as they come through 13 here. Watch how far out right he goes, and he'll stay up there.
Oh, he's looking at a bit of grass there, and you saw that, just a really slight clip on the dust there.
Yeah, he's looking for that wide line and maximum momentum and drive out of 14, heading down to 15 here.
Mate, I suspect they got a little bit of stage fright there as he clipped that rear right-hand tyre on the grass. Dewey wide.
And this is where I said, this is where I think Chris is strong.
He's runnable now, but then he's got the right-hander. So here we go, back out onto the start-finish straight again.
Great battle going on for first and second here. OR Chris will be absolutely entertaining this. You better believe it. So we come to this very, very quick first sector of the lap, and I'll tell you what, you'd be looking for an inside lock here or something into turn 6 to make a move here. Stewie holds the car relatively tight. No room up the inside there for OR Chris, but look at how strong he is through the mid-phase of that corner.
Almost a tap on the back there.
As they doing a great job.
Hugely long corner, that right-hander, J-Man.
Yep.
Really does double right back on itself here. But yeah, look, this is the battle as they come under the bridge here at Highlands. Aerosmith keeping the Chevy tight there once again. We saw Chris a little bit wide in that one, the last lap, but really chasing Aerosmith's line now. Trying to stay tucked up behind. This is a ding-dong, J-Man. Mate,
yeah,
it doesn't get much better than this.
This is a great arm wrestle. Just a little wiggle of the tail again from
Chris.
69 yellow Mustang there on the way out of 14, but he is so fast in there, so...
And you can see that just in the gap of the cars there, that little wiggle, like you mentioned, J-Man. Really
Yep.
did lose him a position, a car length or two. But this back section of the track here,
Gains it
it
all
is
back
so
here.
strong, so strong.
Yep. So if Stewie will know that's his weakness, is coming over the bridge and dropping down the hill. So he'll try and tidy that up. He's a smart racer. Because if he can tidy that up, that's the weak point of the lap. If it's going to get done, I believe that's where it's going to happen. Outside of that, it may be the drive off of turn 6. So we're about to come into turn 6 here, the right-hander here. If Stewie gets this remotely wrong...
Oh, he's got this time. He's got like a couple of car lengths on Chris, unlike a couple of laps before, where Chris was pretty well tagging the back of the Chevy there. But it's this change of direction stuff. The Chevy doesn't look like it's really got it on Chris's Mustang there, J-Man. So again, here, very tight on the exit. Very tight. Chris mirroring that line.
Yeah. Little wiggle from Chris there on the way out.
Again. So you can, these guys clearly pushing the lateral limits of these cars and really trying to pick that throttle up early. They're very forgiving car to drive, these J-Man. As for an amateur, or for somebody that doesn't know them, but when you get them at this sort of limit,
much tidier from Stewie that time.
Very different animal, and these guys are really pushing that limit now, J-Man, into this final little complex again. Out of 19, 20, 22 coming up here, this kink. Very Emery Park-esque as they rub right up against the wall. And down to the bus stop. Again.
I think Stewie's just really holding something back because he's coming out of 21 there just to make sure that he doesn't get too close to the wall heading to 22.
No contact. I haven't seen contact on that wall all night from the Liquid Volley Chevy.
Look at how close this Mustang is coming out of 6. But nothing to have there. Stewie's he's just fast enough to hold that there. So is he siding up a move out of here, the left-hander? Can he get the drive?
And mate, if he keeps it online, Chris has got nothing, really, has he?
Well, he's sizing him up, mate. We've seen how fast he is all series. He's not going to sit here and wait for the next 12 minutes to get this done.
True.
If he gets an opportunity, he's going to have a go.
So Fields still in 8th position with Coyle in tow, Shields with a bit of breathing space at the motor, Boda in 6th. Chasing the back of the Steel Industries 68 Mustang of Kenny Simpson.
Here we go, back down into this back section for these front two. Once again, Stewie holds it a lot tighter. Although, Chris getting very, very loose out of there now.
See how that thing wriggles on acceleration, the Pentrol Mustang.
He's definitely trying. So they're about to come up on a little bit of lap traffic here too.
J-Man, these guys will be loving this.
Yep, the margin as they cross the line, 0.25 of a second.
So starting to tag onto the back of, I think that's Timmy Hainsworth there, J-Man, and in at 2. You call it 6, but I sort of call it 2. It's after the bus stop.
Little rub through 6 there.
As they come up on Hainsworth, trying to get out of the road. Very awkward situation there. Hainsworth just ducking off track there momentarily just to let these guys pass, and they were coming quick, J-Man.
So close.
So Hainsworth just tagged on the back of that.
Stewie just picked up a little bit of inside curb down through the carousel there.
He didn't suffer from it though.
Not really,
still making ground on Chris. Tinnis Venter with a bit of a gap and holding a podium position provisionally at the moment.
Over Pete Dawson.
Pete Dawson. Now, we know how quick Dawson has been throughout the series so far. J-Man, has he had a little tinker with that thing? That thing doesn't look quite as quick this race. 10 minutes to go.
Paul Field still with his hands full with Coyle behind him as well, yeah. So status quo at the front. Stewie's just doing a fantastic job. Now we've seen him consistently throughout multiple series, as we've mentioned tonight, that just seems to be pretty cool under pressure, Stewie. You know, it's one thing that we probably haven't touched on because obviously he's been in the winner's circle a fair bit of late.
He has.
But man, he's a cool customer. Not rattled easily. He'd probably tell you otherwise because he's a very humble guy. But man, he is out there doing the business at the moment.
Oh, and Chris all over the back of the Good Morning Chevy, J-Man.
Yeah, a little bit of a defensive line there from Stewie. Hopefully he doesn't run it wide here because you can see Chris is going to look for a switchback here.
Not rattled by it again, J-Man. Like you said, cool as a cucumber down under the bridge.
Yep.
Nice tight lines. Again, Aerosmith holding that perfect line.
Yeah, Chris is as close as he's been, though, in the section down through 13, looking for an underlap here. Can he make it live down the inside? No.
No, and look at how loose. Oh, Aerosmith
wide. Just a little bit wide, got faked into that. Just got faked into that. That was going to be probably one of the opportunities, that or turn 19. So.
Oh, look, it's on now, J-Man.
Well, Chris will run now. He will just bang some blinders in now.
Look, we have only got 8 minutes to go. That 25-minute, this 25-minute race goes quick. But look, 8 minutes to go. How torched are the fronts on Chris's car?
Well, I know the rears are pretty torched, mate, because he's been proper sideways plenty. So, what can Stewie do? So straight away. It's a 32.7, plays a 33.8. Oh, Stewie very wide. Does he make the wall?
Oh, no, just misses it.
Wow.
Look, well, there you go. I think that's the first mistake we've really seen from Aerosmith all night, J-Man.
Dawson on the back of Venter now. That hasn't gone away.
Oh, look, that's actually rain's dried up. Dawson. I was only just saying a lap or two ago how I thought he might have tinkered with that car and he might have lost some pace. But look at him go here.
What happened to Simpson?
Has Venter made a mistake there? Because that gap's really closed.
Oh, Simpson on the infield.
Simpson way back, J-Man.
Yeah, he's parked it in the shed, mate. He's gone. He's gone for all money. It was terminal. It's
not good.
I tell you what, the battle for the podium is far from over with 6 3/4 minutes to go because Dawson is right on the back of Venter now. Right there, showing the intent. Where can he do it? We've seen the pressure that you can apply at this racetrack. Turn 14 is a good opportunity.
Oh, look at the dodge
different line there. He just
there.
got different drive there coming out of there. He went a lot wider and shallower.
Look at the line from Dawson. Really making some gains there, J-Man.
Yeah, that worked for him. I think that's a potential move there up the inside of 22.
Venter's vulnerable here. And that dodge really coming on the back end of this race, J-Man. It's got some great turning. I think Venter's the front lefts.
Oh, he's having a look down the inside here.
Yeah, I'd say that front left on that Mustang is not happy. I would suspect.
Just see them fighting to get the horsepower down, especially coming out under the bridge. Cars squirming as they're coming off the corner. It's pretty to watch. But yeah, he's absolutely mirroring him here. I'm liking his chances maybe at an exit overlap down here out of 14.
Oh,
Venter wide. Right up beside him.
That was close.
It was close. He just had to carry the brake a little longer than he would have liked because the Venter car was on the outside, but he's as close as he has been. Coming up through here. Shows the nose as they come across the bridge. Lots and lots of pressure here from Pete Dawson on Tinnis Venter. Dawson will be wanting to go back to back to back, doing a three-peat on the podium. Voda doing a great job there, P5 behind this. And then there's a big battle there. Paul Field holding off Coil Spring and Les Wilson, although, sorry, not Les Wilson, Chris Hainsworth, was it? No, it must have been a lap car. So it's Paul Field and Coyle really in the battle there. Neville Shields just up the road. So Nev doing a great job in race 3, holding down P6. Got some pretty quick cars behind him. Tennis Venta still under big attack here, Davo.
Yeah, very close stuff here with Dawson and Venter going at it for the minor placing. Third. This is the battle for third on the podium here. Dawson, we've already talked to him a couple of times tonight, J-Man. He wants another chat, I suspect.
Yep.
So really pushing hard.
Good to see the 707 Nautech car at the back end of a race up towards the pointy end. Been involved in a few incidents, seen him go backwards tonight.
Oh yeah,
And,
a little bit last week as well, J-Man. So a few inconsistencies, but yeah, bringing it in the 25-minute main here for round 3 in Hardcore Online Gaming's Ta2 V8 Rumble Series. Round 3 here at Hampton Downs. Oh no, it's not Hampton Downs, should I say?
It's Highlands.
Oh, Highlands Motorsport Park.
Watch
Epic.
Dawson's line there. I just kind of mirrored Tinnis then, but the line
nothing.
previously would be a lot shallower through 19. So he's right on him still.
So Chris running away after a little slip up from Aerosmith. Aerosmith just consolidated.
Oh, Dawson, nice and close out of turn 6 there.
Oh, has another look, shows the nose, and it's a big nose on the Dodge too, J-Man. Very, very close to the back of Venter. Under the bridge.
Shows him the nose down under the bridge as well. Again, heading down into the carousel there.
Tricky little exit here as we see the Dodge sideways, big kick.
Trying to get all that power down out of there. Seems like a real challenge.
Yeah, it's like out of that really nicely banked left-hander, little hairpin there. Oh, and Dawson wide again. Totally different line there, but I think he's just running wide there. Yeah, that little left-hander there, J-Man, and then they punch up over the hill, over the crest there, and they really get on the loud pedal. A little bit of a wriggle.
Straight down the inside of Maxi there. Maxi,
Max,
good presence of mind just to
the
get out of
way
it.
there.
But Tinnis loops it up on his
Oh,
own.
no!
Look, just grabbed too much gas. And I tell you what,
Nautech car round.
Boda is coming around the corner. He's not going to get him. Tinnis gets going again, but that was the position that Pete Dawson wanted with only 1 minute and 37 seconds to go. Whereas Chris, he is coming around the lap, so you are going to see one more after this, Davo. Oh, Chris off, out of turn 6, out in the grass, gathers it up. Uncharacteristic mistake there from our leader.
I thought I saw him a little bit loose down into that little 7-8 flip-flop there earlier as well on the lap before. So clearly still pushing very hard, J-Man. Currently fastest lap holder with a, what is it, a 31.2. So is he looking for that fastest lap?
Look, he's already got it. Now, Stewie flaunting with the touchline there down to turn 14, incredibly wide. Might have learnt a couple of things down there from Chris early, just how wide Chris was going and getting that drive back. And you actually just saw it there. I think it was Pete Dawson was looking at that earlier when he was in the battle with Tinnis Venter. But Tinnis taking the title line. But anyway, back to the battle, which is Tinnis Venter has actually been rounded up by Bota now. So where is Paul Field? He's still engaged. Oh, in the battle with Coyle and Nev Shields. Now that is a positional change because Shieldsy was in the front of this battle. So Fieldsy and Coyle have got through on Shieldsy.
Well, Fields has gone past Coyle and Shields, so...
Yeah, well, he was already in front of Coyle. That had happened a bit earlier, but he's taken Coyle with him past Shieldsy. So 0 minutes remaining. Where is Chris? He is coming down through 7, 8, 9 at the moment. About to come out under the bridge. Got about a half a lap to go in this Mustang. Just over.
Yeah, you can see the Liquid Molly Chevy of Stu Aerosmith, the 77 Chevy.
Never give up, Stewie.
Not too far away, Pete Dawson, a little bit of a gap back. He's had a massive battle through the back half of this race with Venter.
Yep.
Venter eventually losing a position to not only Dawson but Botter as well. Paul Field scrambling back to 6th position as these guys run through. Paul Field, Coil Spring, Neb Shields, 6th, 7th and 8th respectively through the bus stop. We will see though OR Chris rounding
The final
turn with Arrowsmith in tow to take out the 25-minute main here. Round 3 at Highlands, big drift, Hardcore Online Gaming 2024, Ta2 V8Rumble Series. Get involved, people. Cracking racing. Stu Arrowsmith, 2nd position. Pete Dawson,
sideways off the final turn.
Big drift. Vodabotter.
Yep, he's about to come around to take that 4th position. Rounds up Max Cat.
Maxie just rounding up the bright yellow car there. Max Cat out of position. Dennis Venter.
And then it's not
5th.
done for Paul Fields and Coil, mate. That is still going on. Coming up through the chicane.
So Coil has actually dispatched Shields there a little bit, or has he? As we see Shields run terribly deep over the bridge.
Gathers it up.
Keeps it on track. But that's well and truly still going on as they come out of the final corner. That will be Paul Field in 6th, Coil in 7th, and Nev Shields in 8th. Les Wilson coming out of the final corner as well in the 537 Nengun Chevy there, J-Man.
Good looking car, that. Yep.
Chris
Hainsworth, back-to-backs, a couple of top 10s. P9 race 1, P10 race, P9 race 2, P10 race 3. Another good result. And then you'll find it will be Max Cat, I believe, followed by Chris Hainsworth, and then a couple of retirements.
Timmy Hainsworth,
and then Kenny Simpson, Vaughan Martin, both not managing to make it to the checkers in this one. But look, that was a great race. The focal point for that one would have been clearly the battle that we got from 1st and 2nd, and then also the great drive also from Paul Field and Co. and Cool Spring to come back through. So very, very good drive. We will quickly just reach down and just grab a quick word from the guy that has done a 3-peat here tonight in the Highlands Motorsport round 3 here at the Hardcore Online Gaming Ta2 V8Rumble Series. Is Pete Dawson. Mate, you backed that up. 3 from 3 as far as the podiums go, mate. You've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I had a bit of luck from Pinnis there, but I tried to keep the pressure on, and eventually we got the mistake.
Well, you had the pressure on the whole race, mate. And look, you both just rounded up that little bit of lap traffic there coming through. And look, I really don't feel like they played that much of a factor in it. However, Tinnis just picked up the loud pedal a little bit too much out of turn 17, turn 18, and the car worked up, mate. And you're already there. Look, it was a formality that you were going through because you were already there applying the pressure. And to be honest, mate, there was a couple of laps there you took a little bit of a different line out of 19 for the drive around, and it looked good. You tightened the car up on the exit of that sharp right-hander 19 to head towards the start-finish, and there was actually one point you were up on the ripple strip curb heading towards the pit wall there on the inside, and the car looked really strong there, so no issues with the front left, Pete.
No, she did get a bit toasty at times, but no, it held to the end of the race. It was good.
No, well, another solid effort, mate. And yeah, look, the results are trending in the right direction. Turned up to this round, 316 points, holding provisionally 6th in the championship round, comfortably beating the likes of Paul Field, Tinnis Venter and Cool Spring tonight. Will see you certainly progress forward in that championship, mate. So heading in the right direction towards that podium stature that you've shown us tonight. So congratulations, Pete, mate. Looking forward to next week to see what you got. So well done.
Thanks for that. Looking forward to it too.
Cheers, Pete.
Thanks,
All right,
Peter.
so that is Pete Dawson driving the Orange Dodge and taking 3 podiums, 3 third positions there tonight.
Yep.
Next one, this guy will still be pumped. Almost feel like I might just bring him up, give him a quick congratulations on second. Was first for a big part of that race, Stewie, mate. Was that exciting?
Yeah, mate, I had a blast there. Kind of knew deep down that Chris would have me. I just tried to make it a bit more interesting for him, and had a good night.
Yep. And we'll actually bring him in here as well because, to be honest, mate, there was nothing between first and second for the majority of that race. So, hey, look, Chris, we got Stewie in here as well. Congratulations on the win, Chris. But, mate, a bigger congratulations on both of you for what was such a fantastic battle. All the way up to around about 8 minutes to go, and it was turn 14 was the pressure point. But you would have enjoyed that, Chris.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was fun. Compared to the other races, I was getting a bit lonely up front. So yeah, he's made it interesting. I was really struggling to get by. There wasn't really a great passing opportunity, especially with first cutting all the curbs so much. In straight line though, so you can't really put a car next to it as easy, I thought. So I was just waiting for a mistake and, pressuring as much as I can. And yeah, luckily there was a little mistake, but yeah, not sure where I'd pass otherwise.
So visually, guys, from first and second, obviously throughout that race, it was a great battle, fantastic. But from up here in the comms box, it very much looked like no real threat for you, Stewie, out of the final turn, and then even up through 6. Obviously, the dodge of Chris looked very, very good. The Ford of Chris looked very, very good out through turn 6. But then, look, the stronger suit for Chris, it surprised me with 14. He was staying quite high and wide and trying to get the drive back to no avail. But the strong suit, we thought, Davo, wasn't it, was down out of 17, 18. So across the top of the bridge.
Yep.
It looked like Chris's car was stronger down there, and then up to that right-hander at 19. Did you feel the pressure coming across the top of the bridge, Stewie?
Yeah. And the other place I thought he was real strong because he gave me a few hurry-ups was in that long sweeper. I think it's turn 5 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I was just really struggling to keep the front end tucked in. Just those little pauses and the waiting to pick up the throttle. But awesome night, mate. Had a blast there.
Oh, congratulations on both of you because you absolutely had us in suspense and mate, it's the battle you've been waiting for, Chris. Clearly, obviously, at the end you got through. Did see a little run wide out of turn 6, Chris. Probably the first mistake I've seen you make in the series, unforced.
Yeah.
Little bit of cooling the tyres off in the grass.
Yeah, no. Some of them. Is that after the long sweeping right-hander?
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, if it was that, you just got to get that line just right, and you're trying to just drift the car just a little bit, and if you just put the throttle on too early and misjudge it, you just end up wide. You just understeer. It looks like it's going to make it, but then you slowly keep drifting wider and wider. I think my car was strong under brakes, which is why I was able to catch up inside the braking and at high speed turns, but I was really struggling in the low speed. So that's where, Stu, that last corner, I just couldn't do it as good as he could, or consistently at least. So it just made it hard to pass because I was losing a little bit of the time and then gaining it. And good race. I did like the challenge.
And we saw the Mustang a bit slippery out of those tighter corners as well in the back. Chris, you were trying to pick that throttle up to compensate for that maybe slower, braking, and the car looked, a little bit sketchy, on the way out.
Yeah, rear grip was my issue. Especially in the low speed corners where I had to then accelerate out. It just didn't stick as well. So it made passing hard because I just was always, a little bit behind Stu and then had to make it up again every time. So
interesting stuff. And that is the boys out of first and second is Chris and Stu. So well done, boys. Fully entertained. Cannot wait to see what you guys have got, A for pace and B for battling at Queensland Raceway, which is the next round. So obviously there's been these cars have turned a tyre there unofficially, officially in pre-season So I'm pretty sure there'll be some setups already on the go. Chris, we know you are well experienced at these cars. It shows as well. So congratulations on you both, and we will talk again, no doubt, next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Chris and Stu Aerosmith, ladies and gentlemen. J-Man.
Oh yeah, fully entertained, mate. Look, it doesn't
Wow.
get, I knew that Highlands was going to throw up a ding dong. They certainly were in touch. Obviously, we saw some unforced stuff. Some cars going around.
Yep.
Tinner's ventilate in the race there. I think we saw also Voda underneath the out of the final turn. I think we saw Tinnis the race before spinning under the bridge. Plenty of cars having some traction issues. They are a big brute. There is no traction control. There is no ABS. So by the most part, these drivers are doing a fantastic job. Still room in the series. We're only halfway through. So if it's something you've seen pop up on your YouTube and you want to get amongst it, by all means, check the links at the bottom of the YouTube broadcast. All the details are there, the Discord. It is R Factor 2. It is Davo and the J-Man at MATCHFIT Entertainment. Davo, I'll let you wrap the show up. Thank you, viewers.
Look, absolutely, J-Man. Look, you pretty well said it all. Get involved. We're only just halfway through now. What do we got? Queensland Raceway next week, Hampton Downs, and then under lights at Sydney Motorsport Park for the final round.
Yeah, that'll be epic.
Which will be epic, J-Man. But look, that was round 3 at Highlands Motorsport Park. It was friggin' epic all the way to the end. Great battle from the boys we just interviewed. But get involved and click the like and subscribe. J-Man and myself here at MATCHFIT Entertainment, they've got so much going on at the moment. We're streaming 3 different communities throughout the week. I think we're just about to get a 4th one on board. We're back to the EOS boys, maybe.
ESO, yep.
Next ESO boys maybe next month. So get involved. Hit the like and subscribe. Join us next week here at Hardcore Online Gaming for another round in the 2024 Ta2 V8 Rumble Series at Queensland Raceway. J-Man, that is it for tonight. We'll see you all next week.